This video is drenching in extra knowledge details. Viewer is advised to take shelter in the port of perseverance. To understand, appreciate, and validate Jainism, a logical disposition is necessary. Greetings. Welcome to this applied Jainism presentation, which will show the necessary unity between the Anekantavada method of thinking and the logical method of thinking, empowering you to interrogate reality to determine truth. Also presented is a way by which logical thinking can be developed. My name is Balabhadra. To present the video content in an engaging way, the appropriate visual aid of a Mālā is used. Mālā, meaning garland, is a string of beads used in Indian religions such as Hinduism, Jainism, Sikhism, and Buddhism for religious practice known in Sanskrit as jap. Jap is the meditative, contemplative practice of reciting, chanting, or mentally repeating mantras, prayers, intentions, or deity names. A Mālā is an ancient device developed to keep the mind clear and focused during jap. Each bead symbolizes religious meaning. A Mālā is appropriate in that it consists of beads, each representing related religious knowledge. Each bead has a particular meaning, which linked together produces a religious effect on one's consciousness. As with a Mālā bead, the knowledge presented here has particular meaning, which, when linked together, creates a religious consciousness-enhancing effect. The name bead doesn't signify the new learning it represents. For our purposes, a more appropriate name for bead will be node. Node, noun technical, a point at which lines or pathways intersect or branch. A central or connecting point. Thesaurus, junction, fork, branching, intersection, interchange, confluence, convergence, meeting point, crossing. Node, noun technical, mathematics, a point at which a curve intersects itself. Physics and mathematics, a point at which the amplitude of vibration in a standing wave system is zero. A point at which a harmonic function has the value zero, especially a point of zero electron density in an orbital. From a physics-mathematics scientific standpoint, at the ontological level, a node also represents the threefold permanence and change nature of reality that Jain Anekantavada makes known. This video content has 5 complementary components. Components 1 through 4 are preparation. Component 5 is application and practice. Now let's activate the Mālā. In unphilosophical minds, any rare or unexpected thing excites wonder, while in philosophical minds, the familiar excites wonder also. Jorge George Santayana. For your preparation, I have a request to make. If you have not already done so, develop what Jorge Santayana calls a philosophical mind. I mean development of a philosophical mind in two ways. First, develop a disposition for contemplation. Contemplation. The definition shows contemplation has disposition synonyms: thought, meditation, consideration, pondering, reflection, thinking, musing, rumination, deliberation, concentration, introspection. Second, develop a disposition to think and communicate logically. It is the logic of a philosophical mind that provides structure to the process of realizing and knowing what is true and communicating it precisely. How to develop a logical disposition. Conveniently, the Internet of Everything provides a posting which outlines the necessary abilities for this development. The 10 Habits of Logical People. A link to the complete posting is in the description. The 10 Habits are taken from Professor D.Q. McInerny's book, Being Logical, A Guide to Good Thinking. The 10 habits are listed as 10 Habits of Logical People. They're attentive, they get the facts straight, they ensure that their ideas are clear, they're mindful of the origin of ideas, they match ideas to facts, they match words to ideas, they communicate effectively, they avoid vague and ambiguous language, they avoid evasive language, they seek to arrive at the truth of things. What is especially significant in the unity between Anekantavada and logical thinking for knowing truth is the explanation given for habit number 10. Number 10. They seek to arrive at the truth of things. In Professor McInerny's view, the purpose of logic is to arrive at the truth of things. He explains that there are two basic forms of truth: ontological truth, which actually exists and has real being, and logical truth, the truth of statements. Ontological, the branch of metaphysics dealing with the nature of being, or the things that have existence, the science of being. Ultimately, he reminds us, what determines the truth or falsity of a statement is what actually exists in the real world. Logical truth, in other words, is founded upon ontological truth. The authentically logical person, therefore, keeps his logic rooted in truth and never lets it devolve into mere verbal trickery. Relevant to Jain Anekantavada inquiry are habits 2 through 9, which stress understanding and communication, which coincides with Jain Anekantavada. Nyavad, Shadvad, Saptabhangi Nyaya, which stresses precise and accurate understanding and communication for the realization of truth. Contemplation is necessary for revealing and understanding truth, and logical thinking is necessary for precise communication of what is revealed and understood. Why does Anekantavada, Nyavad, Shadvad, Saptabhangi emphasize the importance of precise language, we remember that the knowledge obtained by its use, Anekantavada, is conceived to be the human analog of the perfect knowledge attained by the perfect souls. We communicate primarily through language, verbal and written. Language is comprised of words, which convey meaning. Words have a vital role to play in the process of the unfoldment of the complex or the simple meanings of reality. Communication of the meanings of reality, either to us or from us to others, is said to be an inherent power in words. Effective communication needs precise explanation of the true meaning of the words being used. Thus, the need to analyze communication for the precise meaning of the words, as directed in Nyavad, Shyadvad, and Saptabhangi. Anekantavada means precise, effective communication. Analysis, Nyavad, the standpoints. Synthesis, Shyadvad, the conditional dialectic. Saptabhangi, the sevenfold predication. Aware of the imprecision of language, we become selective with the words we use, and sensitive to knowing the precise meaning of the words used by others. Applying Jain Anekantavada to number 1, the Santayana quote makes us aware that words and statements can have different meanings with different understanding and outcome, and the need for analysis for precise meaning and comprehension. When analyzing the quote, the word wonder needs meaning explanation. What does Santayana mean by wonder? The definition of wonder shows it has two meanings. The noun definition of wonder relates to the unphilosophical mind and results in exciting the emotions, such as the emotional experience of amazement. The verb definition relates to the philosophical mind, as the meaning leads to the 5 great truth queries known as the interrogatives. Interrogatives. With interrogatives, we interrogate reality to determine truth. 6 interrogatives. What, why, when, who, where, how. It is the interrogatives, when exercised by contemplation and logic, that liberates us from the bondage of delusion by generating responses that reveal truth. Who am I? What am I? What is the purpose of my life? How do I attain lasting happiness? How do I know Jain soul liberation knowledge is true? It is the philosophical mind, when applied to an occurrence, transforms the ordinary experience into extraordinary experience. To understand, appreciate, and validate Jainism, a logical disposition is necessary.